This game is called Mancala. Two players can play, and each player owns one column and the Mancala to the right of the column. The two long ovals are called Mancalas. Players start off with 4 beads in each small circle. To start off, player 1 takes all beads from any circle in their row and deposits them one by one in each consecutive circle, going counterclockwise. If the last bead ends in the player's Mancala, they get to go again right away. Now it would be player 2's turn, and they would also choose whichever circle to get the beads and deposit them going counterclockwise. Just to reiterate, since the last piece ended in player 2's Mancala, they would get to go again. Skipping ahead in the game to save some time, it's now player 1's turn again, and they would repeat the same process. So, since there's more to deposit, one would skip the opponent's Mancala and go straight to their own. And since the last bead ended in an empty Mancala on one's own side, you can collect the beads in your circle and the ones in the players that's across from it. Now it would be back to player 2, and the last bead ended in their own Mancala, so they would get to go again right away. And since the last bead ended in an empty circle on their own side, they would collect the beads from their opponent's side in that row and their own side. But the collection of these beads can only happen if the last bead is deposited on an empty circle on one's own side. So since it landed on player 2's side, player 2 can collect them. Here's another example. Player 1's last bead ended in an empty circle, but that circle does not belong to player 1. It belongs to player 2. So player 1 would not collect any beads. The last bead must end on one's own side in order to collect the beads. And those are all the rules of Mancala. The game ends when one player's row of circles is empty, and in that instance, all the beads in the other circles go to the player it belongs to. The beads are counted, and whoever has the most beads wins.